Uy, another late entry. Magpapasko na and meron pang dumating pa mga bagong smartphones from IQOO. This is the most requested for this month, IQOO Neo 11. Na-launch siya together with the OnePlus A6. Sobrang dami nag-aantay ng review ko nito. Ano nga ba meron dito? Balita ko sobrang okay daw. Tara, pag-usapan natin. So the usual box ng IQOO is a black box, IQOO Neo nakasulat, and yung number na sa likod is printed. Yung IQOO Neo dito is naka-emboss na silver, chrome or silver. So buksan natin. Tigas ah. Paratang bago. Ito yung phone. Meron tayong quick start guide. Panundot. C to C cable. 100 watts na Vivo flash charge na charging brick. And kanyang jelly case. Jelly. Ito na phone. Orange yung napili natin, no? And by the way, this is yung kanyang parang hero color. Ang kanyang color orange. Wow, ganda. You know, makita mo parang may mga cube-cube siya. Halos same lang sa IQOO Neo 10. Yung Neo 10, ganun din ang kanyang itsura except color blue ang kanyang hero color. Now, nabili ko tong phone nito kay UKDB Gadgets, which I'll post the link on the description box below. And ang kanyang 12256 will be priced at 24,000 pesos. And ang kanyang 12512 will be priced at 30,000 pesos. And naka-UFS 4.1 na nga pala siya, by the way. Now, I'll post everything on the description box below kung saan mo siya pwede mabili. Or just simply click the YouTube shopping link na biglang lilitaw sa inyong screen. Since magpapasko na, ang daming scammer, so huwag ka nang paligoy-ligoy pa. At baka ikaw ang next na biktima ng mga scammer. Paalala from Gadget Sidekick. Now, one of the good things dito sa kanya is okay ang kanyang design. Well, it's a little bit unconventional yung kanyang design sa likod, which I think medyo parang mga pixels pag nailawan mo siya. And medyo okay rin naman kanyang camera design dito sa likod, which is very unique on its own. Ang likod nga pala niya is made out of fiberglass, side aluminum frames, and ang kanyang glass protection sa harap, ang nakasulat sa spec sheet is rock glass. I'm not quite sure kung anong klaseng protection yun. Maybe it's another new brand on its own. Tama lang kanyang bezel, not the thinnest that I've seen, and hindi din malaki ang kanyang punch hole dito. Maganda namang grip sa aking kamay and I love the feeling of this phone. By the way guys, this is IP68 and IP69 dust and water resistant. And it also supports dalawang 5G na nano SIM, except that hindi gumagana sa Globe and Smart. Hindi kasalanan ni IQOO Neo except ayaw pa mag-upgrade ni Globe and Smart sa bagong SA na 5G network. Si Nito naka SA 5G, kaya gumagana ang 5G ni Nito dito. Now if you want to make this an eSIM ready, you can always buy the Smart Multi-SIM for just 119 pesos, which also I'll post the link on the description. By the way guys, kung gusto mo makita ang buong spec sheet nito phone nito, ito na. Now, pagdating sa multitasking, to phone nito is more than enough kasi sobrang lakas ng processor na nilagay ni IQOO dito. This is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite. It's a 3nm chip na just one generation older than the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Sobra pa rin ng powerful up to this day. Lahat ng pwede mong gawin dito, walang problema. Multitasking, video editing, playing AAA games, name it, kaya na itong phone na ito. And by the way, right now, this is running Origin OS 6 inside Android version 16. You get the best experience from Vivo IQOO. And it was able to give me also a 3.2 million points dito sa Antutu benchmark. And kung gusto mo makita ibang benchmark score, here you go. Now, itong phone na ito has one of the biggest battery for this year. 7,500 mAh, which is quite massive. Siguro pinakamalaki nakita ko for this year is a 8,000 mAh. Pero 7.5 is, for me, big enough. And dahil this is using a silicon carbon technology, kaya hindi siya mabigat at 210 grams. Support nga rin pala niya 100 watts na Vivo flash charge or fast charging. Charging from 0 to 100 takes you around mga 40 to 45 minutes to complete the full charging cycle dahil malaki ang kanyang capacity. Now, on daily usage, guys, sabihin ko sa inyo, sobrang kunat na ito phone nito. It was able to last me for 2 days without even hitting the charging dock. Basta you're using it normally, hindi ka babad sa gaming, walang problema ang 2 whole days. And in fact, nakakuha ko ng almost 25 hours na screen on time. Now, maganda rin naman naging experience ko dito sa kanyang screen. One thing na gusto ko dito sa kanya, meron siyang LTPO AMOLED display, meaning can calibrate itself from 1 Hz to 144 Hz on its own depending sa pangangailangan mo. So, In that sense, it saves you a lot of battery. Now, speaking of charging, ang dami mong option dito for maintaining a good battery health. Makita mo to sa settings. Andito mo makita yung battery health mo. You can set your upper limit ng charging mo. And you can even turn on bypass charging dito sa settings dito if you're playing heavy games. That ensures na mas maproprolong ang buhay ng iyong battery. Another thing is na pag din-drop down mo, makita mo ang monster mode dito. It is a performance mode basically. Yun ang gusto ko kay IQOO eh. Nandito lang siya sa labas. Pwede mo lang i-switch on anytime kung gusto mo extra kick sa performance. You can always turn it on. And meron din siya ultra game mode dito na pwede mo i-calibrate din lahat ng gusto mong gawin sa mga games mo. Pwede ka mag-turn on ng super resolution dito. And pwede ka rin mag-turn on ng super frame rates dito. Well, except that puro Chinese games pa lang ang supported. Now, tuwang-tuwa naman ako sa phone nito while I'm browsing dahil okay naman kanyang browsing experience. Smooth na smooth. Give you a really good experience if you're using your social media. And kung nanood ka naman ng videos dito, mapa-basketball game man or Korean novela, expect to give you a quite satisfying experience dahil maganda naman kanyang display, I'll be honest. Now, meron namang stereo speaker dito sa phone na ito. We have 6 holes dito sa ilalim and we got 4 holes dito sa ibabaw. Pakinggan na natin yung kanyang sound quality. Okay naman kanyang sound, probably above average pero hindi kasing lakas ng mga flagship phones if you're expecting it to be very loud. Pero not bad ang kanyang sound quality. Now, syempre, how can I forget to play a lot of games dito sa phone nito? Since this is more of a gaming phone naman talaga, si IQOO Neo 11. So, I did play 5 games dito, starting from Genshin Impact, Honor of Kings, Call of Duty Mobile, Wuthering Waves, and Delta Force. Lahat naman na ito, sinet ko sa highest graphical settings na kaya naman ng phone nito since it's a very powerful chip naman inside, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite. And pagdating sa Genshin Impact, expect to give you a good gaming experience dahil this one was able to reach a 60 FPS. Now, gusto ko sana ipagana yung super frame rate, kaso lang hindi niya support yung mga games na nilalaro natin. No? Siguro, hopefully soon, may add the mga game title na ito sa IQOO Neo 11. Pero overall, one thing na napansin ko sa mga games na nilaro ko is magandang touch response niya. Yung sounds is just okay. Nothing really special about yung kanyang sounds. Pero kung gusto mo mas immersive ang sounds pagdating sa gaming, I think you should put on your favorite TWS or mga Bluetooth headphones to give you a better immersive experience pagdating sa gaming. Pagdating sa mga medyo mas hindi power-hungry na games like Honor of Kings, Call of Duty Mobile, okay na okay. Kayang-kaya naman niya i-handle ang games, no? Wala akong naging problema. So far, I would say na sobrang smooth naman naging experience ko dito sa mga to. And pagdating naman sa mga AAA games na medyo mas heavy, expect to give you a really good experience din, lalo sa Wuthering Waves, no? Umabot si Wuthering Waves sa 60 FPS, si Delta Force umabot na 120, si Honor of Kings 120, and si Call of Duty Mobile 120. Sa mga AAA games, ang pinakamainit na inabot ko is basically si Wuthering Waves at 46 degrees Celsius. Pero mabilis naman siya mag-dissipate ng kanyang init. Yun ang one thing na napansin ko dito sa kanya. Yung pag-init naman niya, hindi very irritable sa mga frames niya. Kasi there are other phones na pag umiinit, yung kanyang aluminum frames, medyo umiinit din. Mararamdaman mo while you're playing. Pero hindi naman dito. Overall sa gaming, sobrang lakas niya. Now, pag-usapan lang natin ang camera nitong phone na ito. It has a 50MP na main camera sensor and a 8MP na ultra-wide lens. Can let you shoot up to 8K and 30. And again, the front-facing camera, 16MP, that can shoot you up to 1080p and 60 FPS. So quickly, tingnan lang natin some shots na nakuha natin from the IQOO Neo 11. Taking some outdoor shot, pansin ko magandang mga colors niya, lalo sa mga greens. Medyo a little bit saturated to the darker green shade ang pansin ko. Pero okay naman siya, maganda ng color, hindi siya yung nakakairita sa mata. And honestly, I quite like yung kanang color science dito sa IQOO Neo 11. Pag tinignan mo itong mga bato na ito, well, honestly, not bad din ang mga nakuha niyang details dito sa kanya. And lalo na itong flower na ito, no? Honestly, I like the color. In real life, medyo mas lighter konti. Ito, medyo mas saturated na konti. Tapos pag nakita mo yung cloud dito sa likod, parang ang ganda ng kanyang effect. Taking other shots like this one, ang ganda ng mga details na makikita mo sa kanya. And the other flowers are pretty much solid din. And ganito naman itsura niya if you're trying to take some ultra-wide shot and zooming it all the way to 20 times zoom. No. Pero yung nga lang, pag 20 times zoom, makita mo medyo hindi na ganun kaganda, medyo pixelated na siya. Now, if you go in indoor, trying to take some product shot. Maganda rin ang mga makukuha mo dito sa kanya. Maganda yung kanyang pagka-shoot sa subject and blurring it all the way to the background. Mga simple shots like this are just pretty much solid, and pati itong mga beans na ito, no? Honestly, sharp pa rin siya kahit i-zoom mo siya. And taking some even further low light shots is pretty much okay for me. Na kung kumukuha ka naman mga flower on indoor, expect to give you some really nice details dito sa mga flowers na ito. And honestly, I don't expect less from a good phone just like the IQOO Neo 11. Some Christmas tree shots is okay. And nung nag-close-up shot ako, okay din makukuha mo dito sa camera niya. Pati itong RG nito, no, maganda rin pagkakuha, walang color spill. Now, kung ang selfie ang pag-uusapan natin, honestly, not bad ang ganang front-facing camera except that medyo nabibeautify siya kahit wala kang tinurn on. Kapag zoom in mo siya, medyo parang naka-makeup ako pag tinignan mo, which is kinda creepy para sa akin. Wala namang akong tinurn on na beautification pero parang naka-makeup ako. And pagdating sa indoor low light, expect mo na medyo mas magiging soft siya kasi that's one of the weakness ng mga front-facing cameras, ng mga mid-ranger, medyo hirap sila sa low light. And this is definitely no exception. Here's a video sample from the front-facing camera. And ito naman performance ng IQOO Neo 11 for its front-facing camera. 1080p and 60 fps. Well, a little bit shaky. And I'm just using my bare hand and ang default microphone. Tingin nyo guys. And ito naman sa kanyang rear camera. So itong IQOO Neo 11 shooting at 4K and 60 fps. Honestly, the resolution is not bad. And very stable naman siya. Pwede mo siyang gamitin for vlogging. And I'm using the default microphone by the way. Now guys, ano masasabi ko dito sa bagong IQOO Neo 11? Honestly, it's really a powerful device na sobrang okay siya for its price point. 24,000 pesos. You get a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset. Sobrang lakas siya pagdating sa gaming. Multitasking is a breeze. And of course, yung kanyang camera is quite goods din. Don't expect it to perform like a flagship level ng kanyang camera, pero overall for me, it's really, really good. It's really hard for me not to recommend tong phone na ito, si IQOO Neo 11. Now, if you want to know kung saan ko nabili ito, I got it from UKDB Gadgets, and I'll post the link on the description box below kung saan mo siyang pwede mabili. Now, if you know anyone na naghanap ng phone na sobrang powerful for gaming, yung kanyang budget is below 30,000 pesos, pwede mo i-recommend tong videos kanila. And of course, ina-encourage ko kayo mag-like, subscribe sa aking channel so you don't miss out on good reviews just like this one. So paano yan? Hanggang dito muna ako and I'll see you when you see me. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.